So I'm Lynne Desilva-Johnson, and my workshop starts on April 23rd. I am an interdisciplinary queer educator, artist, poet, and publisher, and I want you to come get dirty with me. Is that something I can say? There aren't any actual rules about who has permission to include poetry in their works. It's oh, but I don't do that. But you do. You probably put shit on Facebook and you're around and you see, right? And so I'm kind of forget all those barriers. Forget what you think that you do, and just kind of exist in the world and give yourself total permission to include all of this in a document that says what the fuck is happening right now, and who am I, and what am I doing here, and what the hell is going on. This is, in a way, this is the workshop that I always wanted to take, because I am someone who has always sort of sought out the places between, and I don't actually come from an MFA or a poetry background. I come from an art background, and so I was always kind of looking for text-based art that I loved, and bringing poetry into my work. And so as a poet, I'm influenced a lot by people that are doing work in text who aren't traditionally poets. I sort of want to invite people to not only sort of write in the ways that are traditional to them, but to consider and allow for a little bit of mess, which means that, we might arrive at our poetics in ways that you're not quite as used to. That I want poets to sort of feel like they are not only given permission but are encouraged to be documenting what's going on right now, and that their voices of sort of responding to and also just kind of taking a temperature of what's happening is super vital, maybe more so than things that are objective, right? A little bit of an anti-canonical entry into the history of the time. I think a lot about the archive, and so
anti-canonical entry into the history of time.
Of this time, but yes. Definitely. I mean, so in a way, when we make books or we make things, we're leaving traces that have a possibility of saying what was going on now that may not actually have made it up into the official record. Right. I would encourage anyone, even if they don't do poetry or art at all, to take this workshop. It really is a workshop about permission and about exploration and about breaking down ideas about what it means to do certain things and who should be doing those things. So it's really a workshop for anyone who wants to kind of shake things up and put something down on paper about what the hell is going on right now.
And make an anti-canonical entry into this time.
Yeah.
I just love that phrase so much. I don't even think I fully understand what it means, but I'm just going to go with it.
We could break it down.
Get Dirty with Lynne, April 23rd, here at Bowery Poetry.
Do it.
I think that was perfect.